Hello, everyone, and here I am again. And I got two cats already facing off to each other. Have they ever gotten into it? No, they just at each other. Well, one of them, mine does. Well, anyway, I have to let them work it out on their own. Uh, So, besides the measles, now we also have a Giardia outbreak here in Kentucky, and I just saw this one clip, and then, dear Lord, and the one thing again, Giardia has been around for a long time. It's not as if a parasite like that just comes into being by something that our heavenly Father didn't create suddenly popped up. It's been there. And most people's systems can get over it just fine. Don't even need any medication, right? So most people, I got a stomach ache. I must have picked up a bug. Yeah, you probably did, but right, they get over it. So some sounds like now people go to the hospital for every little thing, or to the emergency room, or to the doctor. So now they found a few people. It's really literally a few people that okay have been documented to have Giardia. Also, the interesting thing is that they don't call it and where I saw it a parasitic infection. It wasn't called Giardia because as soon as they would use that word, people go, "Oh, okay, that's been around for a long time." Don't drink water out of streams and if you don't know where it actually comes from or whatever, right? Yes, boil the water, instead of just all right, all right. It's amazing that children don't have more Giardia case that there aren't more cases, and maybe as I said there are, but our system's designed to take care of that parasite, really, when it comes down to it. Unless your immune system's so bad, right? Yes, okay, I'm just saying. And a lot of people's immune systems aren't all that great anymore these days. So, but the one thing that I saw in the comments on how people made light of it. Oh yeah, here we go. Could put the masks on again, or this or that. I kind of made fun of it and joked about it, and okay, due to that we had COVID, and I think that is so disrespectful, and people who do that are so dishonorable, in my opinion. And I tell you why. During COVID, during those years of COVID, many people lost someone that they loved in their family. I don't know if a statistic has been done where, during that time, has we have lost someone, not due to COVID, but due to the shot. So, again, I don't think that's the right way to respond to that. How about going and doing what I did? Go, okay, wait a minute, Giardia. Okay, I never dealt with Giardia. Nobody in our family ever dealt with Giardia. So let's go see. Is there treatment? Oh yeah, absolutely. There is treatment. It's not a big deal. Yes, and most people get over it without any kind of medication. Oh, okay, all right. So I got that now. Why don't people do that and then go in with some information for people out there who are worried? Yes? Who, for some reason, are on the internet all day but can go and get a little bit of information on their own when it comes to all that. Right? But to go and, again, make light of a time here around the whole world where people were dying because of a virus, I don't think is right. And again, you look out there and you're going, wow, how can you people be like that? How is that possible? That people are so callous, so rude, so dishonorable, disrespectful to others who have lost family members during that time, lost friends. Just asking. Anywho, so let's get going. And all right, there's something else I came across yesterday. My oldest daughter brought everybody over here in the morning, and we sat down. We just started talking about some things, and my grandson loves listening in when the adults are talking. And he so reminds me, oh, it's Elliot. It's not Bagel. Oh, Elliot's even, no, Elliot won't do a thing. Elliot just goes, hey, I just want to be free. And June goes, yeah, no. This is my home, my domain, my territory. And my grandson reminded me of me a lot. When I was little, I loved listening in on adults' conversations. And then I would watch. Yes. Of course, I was smart enough. My grandson just kind of stands there and goes, oh, yeah, what are you guys talking about? What do you mean by that? I would be a little bit more sneaky about it because I've already know. But by the time I was interested in doing that, I already knew that if I would show myself, right, in a way that, oh, I'm listening, and the adults would realize that they would stop talking. Yes? Okay, my grandson not quite there when it comes to that. So here's my daughter saying, okay, why don't you guys go and do something, and I kind of, yeah, okay, so it is what it is, right? It's not like we were talking about murder or something. But I realized that if our children can't hear what we're talking about, then most likely we shouldn't be talking about it either. Yes? Don't you think? Yeah. So again, there's another thing that has to change. The conversations as adults that we have should be where children can listen in and learn. And then see on how we then, if you have to talk out a problem or this or that, how we're going to deal with that. That's how they learn as well. But what do they actually learn? A lot when they are listening in with adults. Interesting? Yes. So another change has to be made there. And it would be only talk about what any child could listen into and actually learn from the conversations. And otherwise we shouldn't have the conversations. Yes? That's what I think. So, yeah. So yesterday I'm going, okay. Oh, and again, I knew he was listening. I could tell he was listening. I'm going, I don't care. We're not talking about anything that is so detrimental, and he should see on how we're dealing with this. Yes? Yeah. Anywho, so if you feel that you have conversations that children can't listen into, then one shouldn't have them. I can't put these videos as just for everyone, for children to see as well. Because YouTube won't allow me, and yet I don't feel I'm talking about anything that they can also listen to. So it's not my rule on here, it's YouTube's rule. And again, why do you have to have a rule like that? I would not, if I were YouTube, I'd be sensible enough to say, okay, well, this lady isn't talking about anything that a child can't hear. Children should hear this and be more aware. This and that. And which child is going to listen to one Bible reading after another? There may be some out there. If all these outfits that we have out there to communicate now would be kosher, they would never allow any kind of video that the child can't see. And if that were to happen, and everybody would have to, yes, revise and edit the way that they say things, then and so that is also made for children, then then guess what? Oh, wow, wouldn't there be a lot of stuff falling away that neither us adults should be involved in either? Right? Yes. Anyway, so had my say there. We are in Ecclesiasticus 8, prudence and common sense. Oh, there you go. I think that's prudence and common sense, don't you think? And I think that should go for movies as well. I've been trying every which way to find some movies. You go PG-13. Oh, yeah, that's good. You wouldn't believe the cussing and cursing that even goes in. I'm going, oh, they're okay with that? Young minds who are growing into adulthood, that's okay. And why even use these words? Even if it's only 5 to 10 times during the whole movie. Rated R, it could be, 100, 200, yeah? I don't know how many of these words they can fit in to a 2-hour movie, but you'd be surprised. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of stuff that I can't watch, don't want to watch, because of the presentation of the movie. It's not that the storyline isn't great or good even. I mean, good or great even, right? That I would really like to watch, but I can't because of some of the stuff that's in it. Yes? I don't know why anybody needs explicit sexual material in a movie or this or that. What, is it turning you on or something? That's not why I'm watching a movie. I'm just saying it could be done in a different way. Why not? Why does it have to be like that? And then, do you know how many times I've heard, well, I can't watch this or that because around my children, so I have to find special time. Why? Why can't movies be made so everyone can watch them? Why? Why is that not possible? Oh, but they are out there. Why isn't every movie out there like that? Why not? Even the ones that are action-packed or this or that. I'm just asking. People incapable, directors incapable of doing that out there. Oh, why? Oh, because people want that? Okay, all right, you know what? I'm not talking about that anymore. Okay, let's get going. Do not try conclusions with anyone influential, in case you later fall into his clutches. Do not quarrel with because it won't make a difference, right? Yes? I could go and talk to every movie director out there and say, look, stop making movies with foul language in it and explicit sex scenes and, and so much gore and blood, that doesn't bother me. And I don't see how a kid would be bothered by it. I don't know. I was never bothered by stuff like that. There are some things where I'm going, okay, no, I'm not watching that. Right? Yes? How's that? Why can't it be not that? How about The Telltale Heart? You guys ever watched a movie with The Telltale Heart? If it's okay, if maybe somebody would make it today, they would. Who knows what they would put in? But when it just comes down to it, right? Yes, the story, it is so thrilling. Yes, it is so creepy. But there is none of that stuff in it. That what makes a great writer. That if someone can put that in a movie with the same suspense and thrilling this or that as it was written, that's a great director. And I've actually seen some that this was good. This was really good actually. Any child could watch that too. Why not? Just saying. Yet. A lot of people out there making movies and people, oh yeah, that's great. I don't think I'm that talented. Just saying. Okay, all right. So, for me, there's no fear of falling into their clutches. Yeah? If I try to reason with them, it's just they wouldn't want to listen. Right? Because the audience is out there. Too many. Too much money to be made. So who cares what Daniela has to say? Really? Right? Yes? It's kind of like that. Do not quarrel with anyone rich in case he puts his weight against you, which means uses the money to shut you up. For gold has destroyed many and has swayed the hearts of kings. Yep, it is a bit of a snare. Do not argue with anyone argumentative. Do not pile wood on that fire. And then there is that. Do not joke with anyone uncouth for fear of hearing your ancestors insulted. That's like when you give people the little finger, right, to hold on to, and they take your whole hand. I kind of like that. And yeah, I said the MF word out there. I think that is people's tongues should be cut out who use that word. I'm just saying. Yes, it should. It's not going to happen, but it should. Do not revile a repentant sinner. Remember that we all are guilty. Do not despise anyone in old age. After all, but we don't have to support that either. We don't have to enable and we don't have to support sinners. Okay, well, including myself. I got enough to do with myself. Do not despise anyone in old age. After all, some of us too are growing old. Do not gloat over anyone's death. Remember that we all have to die. What did I start out with? Huh? With the Giardia outbreak, and then how people pulled that into the COVID time and made fun of it and this and that and kind of joking and, oh yeah, we're going to have to blah, 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 blah. Jokingly, though. Yeah, not... Why? Why do that? So, Tradition. Do not scorn the discourse of the wise, but make yourself familiar with their maxims, since from these you will learn the theory. Okay, that's an odd one. And the art of serving the great. Do not dismiss what the old people have to say, for they too were taught by their parents. From them you will learn how to think and the art of the timely answer. I'd like to say something to this. Sure, in an ideal world, with all ideal, everything's going great. Yes, this is true. The problem is that most of us still are connected to what lineage? Yes, what happened in the Garden of Eden? Why was Adam and Eve thrown out of the Garden of Eden? If you believe in that story and this and that, and kind of okay, probably happened a little different, but it's a good way to explain things, because something went wrong there, and the archangel Lucifer basically took Heavenly Parents' children away from him. They were pure, and after he was done with them, they weren't anymore. Yes, we call that in the second coming. In our movement, the Family Federation for World Peace, we call that, we said that Lucifer, the Archangel Lucifer, his kind of will and idea started to flow in people's veins, not God's will and idea, ideal. And so, when Jesus came, Jesus was trying to change that lineage back to God. But what did the people do? The second coming was necessary, and it is happening. Through the blessing, okay, it's just a physical foundation. Do you need the blessing? If your heart to mind changes and starts to not follow all these weird ideas, traditions, and I don't know out there, that are not part of Heavenly Parents' creation per se, not part of Heavenly Parents' will and ideal. And one starts to change from the heart to mind and starts to get the greater picture. You automatically are going to be stepping back to the side of God. Done. Yes? The blessing is nice. I think it's a nice affirmation. Yeah, I think so. It's a good reminder. That's a good starting tradition on God's side. God's lineage. Abdicate. Sorry, Lucifer. You got plenty of restoring to do. Don't need you to tell me what to do in my life. And sadly, most generations, most eras out there were not flowing. Humanity was not flowing through God's will and ideal. It was flowing through Lucifer's. And if you look out there and what's going on, I think you know I'm right. Yes? Okay. So, do I want to listen to everything my parents have to say, or the traditions and cultures all around the world? Oh, that's so to accept. No. No, absolutely not. A lot of changes need to be made there. Okay. So, no, not just going to, oh, that's just how they are in this country. Nope, not going for it. Not going to do that. Don't want to hear it. Yes? You know the golden rule? Well, let's stick with that. You know the 10 Commandments? Well, let's stick with that. As far as I know, in most religions, they have these commandments as well. Yeah. No. All right. Next, prudence. Do not kindle the coals of the sinner, in case you scorch yourself in his blaze. Yeah. Refuse to be provoked by the insolent, for fear that such a one try to trap you in your words. Even at that time, they already had to worry about that. So many times I've seen people take a snippet out of a 15, 20 longer video, take a little 10-second snippet. That's what they said. That is what they said. And I'm going, but I've seen the whole video, and I know that in the way that you want me to believe now, what they said in those 10 seconds isn't how they meant it. Isn't how it was taught. Whatever they wanted to teach or communicate. And yet the people go for it. Little 10-second snippet. One sentence, maybe two sentences out of a big, long, speech or something. Yeah. That is very discourteous to the one who gave the speech or the video or the presentation to then use a couple of sentences out of their mouth for one's own agenda. Yes, and they've already done. Yep, he just warns us about that. Yeah. Well, then I guess, especially now, in the way that one can edit someone else's video, and as I said, take out what one wants. Just like people do here in the Bible, take out what you want. For your own agenda. Not to teach, not to actually, elevate people's spiritual nature, this and that. Just saying. I experience that often. But for one's own agenda. And for most, even for religious purposes, or when they used religion, it's to do what? To fill their pockets. Yes? Tell me I'm not right. Anywho, okay. There may be a few out there who were true. Yes? Yeah. Okay, so there it is. I'm not going to keep quiet. And if people want to take something that I said out of context, well, that's their problem, not mine. Yes? Okay. But already at that time, people must have done that. Right? Yes? Do not lend to anyone who's stronger than you are. If you do lend, resign yourself to loss. Okay, well, that's... Do not stand surety beyond your means. If you do not stand surety, be prepared to pay up. But here, up here it says, it's like the two opposites here, right? Yes? Okay, well, he's trying to give good guidance, right? Yes? And definitely don't do... Okay, you know what? This shouldn't be that hard to understand. Do not go to law with a judge, since judgment will be given in his favor. Do not go traveling with a rash man, for fear he becomes burdensome to you. He will act as the whim takes him, and you will both be ruined by his folly. Do not argue with a quick-tempered man. Do not go with him where there are no other people, since blood counts for nothing in his eyes, and where no help is to be had, he will strike you down. Yeah, sadly, people's tempers are flaring to the point now. Well, obviously, this was already... Okay, why was this a problem? Oh, was a problem already then. Well, that was a problem since Cain and Abel, right? Yes? Yeah. So, carried right into... what did I say about generations being afflicted and affected by whom? It's not just going to fall away. Here, this is still a problem. Friend killing a friend. If he's high-tempered, gets into a hissy fit about something. I've been around people like that. Believe me, it isn't fun. And yes, eventually I said enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I have children, and I don't want people like that around. Come back when you have tempered yourself some. Yes? Okay. It's okay to do that too. Do not ask a fool for advice, since a fool will not be able to keep a confidence. Well, okay. Asking for advice, I mean, how bad could something be? Okay. I don't know. If you're going to ask someone for advice, do you know in advance if they're a fool or they're going to go and spill your secrets? Well, then how about not having any secrets? I don't know. In a stranger's presence, do nothing that should be kept secret. How about period? Don't do anything that should be kept secret. What did I say about my grandson listening in? And here we are talking, and my daughter says, "Can you just go and do something else for right now?" Right? Yes? Kind of goes along the same lines here. Since you cannot tell what use the stranger will make of it, do not open your heart to all comers, nor lay claim to their good offices. Okay, well, there's a lot of good advice here. There really is. But then again, there isn't. I'm just amazed on how at that time, that's it, things run through generations. This all, how much of it was actually really good? It's all a warning. A lot of it is a warning. It's a warning on what to do and what not to do. Why is that even necessary to give to the people? Because we have so many problems in cultures and traditions. There's so much wrong going on with that. Yes? And we made a category for it. Culture, tradition. Yes? Interesting, isn't it? I think so. There's many things I could mention in many different countries, but one that just came to my mind, since I grew up very close to Spain, one thing that they have is water. And in the way that these steers and these bulls are being killed is horrific. For what exactly? Oh, it's tradition. And that makes it okay now to have that. I mean, if there is two of these guys, what are they called again? Matadors? No, I can't. Bullfighters. Why not have two bullfighters with their capes and their swords and try to kill each other then? Then at least both would have made a decision, yes, to do that. I just don't think that. No one should support that. As cockfighting shouldn't be supported, and dogfighting shouldn't be supported. Why would anybody? Why? For what purpose? It's cruel. It's just cruel. Trophy hunting? Not even. Don't get it. I don't get it. Don't understand it. And I don't care how much of a culture it is in people's country or life, or how much tradition goes with it. It's wrong. I don't care. It is wrong. Not going to support it. Not going, oh, well, that's just not going to do that. Done. Okay. That's it. That's all I have to say. Yes. Yeah. May. It's overcast today, which is nice. It's a little cooler out there. Very, very humid still. But it'll be nice because the little one can be outside quite a bit too then. It's just, the sun is out and it's so hot. Her skin just can't take it, even through the clothes. We're not taking that chance. Yes? Yeah. Okay. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, and embrace you with love. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith, I love you. Let's keep praying. Yes, yes, yes. Forgive and be forgiven. That should be the mantra of every soldier out there. Yes? And healing can start. I hope. And I will talk to you another time.